I fall to pieces, ooh, each time you walk by, and I fall to pieces. Do 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 do. Do 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 boom 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 boom. I fall to pieces. Ooh, Taurus, you think you can make history repeat itself? Yes, I told you in the study of history is really the study of human nature. Hello, Caribou. You've been looking real good on yours. Checking out a couple of your videos tonight, babe. You're looking good. I'm literally counting the days until Tara gets here. It's going to be so much fun to spend some time with her and bop around and eat well. Scottish, how are you? Yeah, I'm coming live. Hello, Joni. Soswald, nice to see you. Jacob Michael, Patsy girl, yeah. Hey, Cry Wolf, how are you this evening? Lisa, hats off to you. So what's up? What's up, everybody? Laura, right? Good to see you. Robin Summers, I don't think I've seen you for a little while. See, I miss you. Been waiting for a girl like you. Hello, Olay. Good evening to you, everybody. Thumbs up or appreciate it if you're just coming in. It's been an incredibly busy day here. I did not expect to be selling one of my classic vintage audio units today, but I actually welcome the opportunity to do that. It's working on that unit is very painstaking, it's meticulous, and quite frankly, I don't like the unit because of the weight of it. It's just too much to handle. It's going to end up hurting me in some ways. So I was glad to have it carried out to the truck and sold. I got a pretty penny for that thing too, since it was running. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Joey D. Good to see you. I hope everybody's doing well. So very busy today. Yeah, I finally had a chance to pop on my little one piece that was sent to me. It's very nice. I like that. I was conservative. I had the zipper on the bottom up. I mean, it goes a lot lower. Right, I'm behaving myself. I'm being good, right? I'm being good these days. Sugar Cane, nice to see you, sweetie. Yeah, thank you. Thumbs up or appreciate it if you're coming in. So very busy today. I got a nice present. I'm thinking it's from, that was a good little money maker. It was, Scottish. I got a really nice shipment today. I was really surprised. I had some poor little Mexican girl selling, beautiful girl, but selling solar, coming to the door. And I'm like, yeah, and I couldn't understand anything that the poor gal was saying. Look at this bullshit. God darn, I need this camera. There we go. Get things straightened out on here. I'm looking more like a 40s kind of, right? Sunset Boulevard movie star Pastor Prime. The bridges of Madison County. Okay, take care, Tara. You too. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm imagining, I don't want to insult somebody, but I'm imagining, I remember that Patricia Wakefield asked me, what is your favorite coffee? And of course, for me, it's Dunkin' Donuts. And lo and behold, well, here's the thing here. I guess I missed it here. Let's see. Oh no, this is from Craig Sr. So I'm okay. Well, when Craig comes in, I'm very happy. Hi, Quinny. I think you can notice a comment. No, but make sure you read. Okay, Quinny. It'd be nice if you stayed around. I do see you in a ton of the drama chats out there, so we don't bite over here. And you're one of my original people over here, so I always miss you. So Craig, wasn't that wonderful? I already have one open in the refrigerator, and Craig is so kind to me. He literally sent 6 of these. Duncan, this is enough coffee for, good Lord, I don't know how long here. I've already opened one tonight. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, you're so sweet, honey. Thank you, Karina. Hi, Ted. Yeah, sometimes onesies can be good. Original Al sent me a beautiful green one. So I wanted to start, I have a beautiful red one too that's super high cut on the legs and things that, but I need some help tying the back of it. Sugar cane, that's where you come in too. I haven't left or forgot. Yeah, because you're one of my, you're one of my original. Thank you, Lisa. You're one of my original.
Rosie, you looked like $1,000,000 in that one piece.
Well, golly gee. Well, golly. Thank you very much. But Quinny's one of my original gals around here, and I don't see her a lot. Never mind. Break out the box of fireworks. That's it. How you doing, Kit and Cat? Good to see you. Yeah, it's can you believe that this stuff isn't cheap? Okay, this is Dunkin' Donuts original blend, and what's nice, it's the original blend. It doesn't have cinnamon in it. It doesn't have French vanilla. It doesn't have chocolate. It's just original blend Dunkin' Donuts, which I really, 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 that was so thoughtful of Craig. You know, Patty Wakefield sends me things like this too. So at first I thought, but then I just saw at the bottom because I didn't immediately see the card. And that was so nice of Craig Sr. to send that out. So I hope he comes in tonight so that I can thank him. I enjoyed that. Delicious, delicious for dinner tonight. I love this coffee, but I don't have a Dunkin' Donuts. There may be one around me, but I'm not sure. It's certainly not convenient to my area. So that's very sweet. I could hear it hit the porch outside when the mailman brought it up and dropped it on the porch. I get angry when they add pumpkin to coffee. It always pisses me off. I get angry. You know, the world of coffee fell apart for me in about 1990, I would say. Those of you who are older like I am, still well constructed though, will remember a time when coffee was coffee was coffee. You didn't have to worry about it. You went into a restaurant, you went into a store, they had either regular, maybe you had decaf in there, and it was an easy decision. And when Starbucks came along and all these coffee purveyors, it was like standing on the floor of the commodity exchange in Chicago and looking at this board and wondering, what the hell is all this stuff? The double twist mocha latte frappe, cold chill pour over. I mean, I was lost. I hope the itch didn't get contracted from the Lisa Marie. No, but I'm looking forward to traveling Vegas Fiction. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good. I feel like, yeah, I'm just feeling good. You know, I feel robust. The smoke is cleared. You can tell I'm much busier. I'm doing more typical Rosie content now, and I'm anxious to get on the road. Denny's and IHOP. I don't know. I just love this coffee. I like pumpkin pie, and that's about it too. Hi, Molly. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah, Craig is coffee is a great business, but it got so saturated. Thank you, Molly. It got so saturated that even our local Pete's Coffee, which I thought had the best, it had the best corner of the city where that black guy sat outside with his computer all the time, and I was stunned that day when I walked by. I'm like, "Hey man, what happened to the Pete's?" He's like, "Yeah, in mid-August they just shut the door over there. Still didn't get. I still don't get it right with coffee. But I just asked for a cup of coffee. Hello, Laura. How are you? That's all I know how to do. Just a simple cup of coffee. We never got that specialized. I mean, I can count the number of times I've had espresso in my life on one hand. Hi, Sapphire. How you doing, sweetie? Hey, Dave. I definitely feel plus size. There you go. Richard wants to be a contractor. I told him ask Rosie about home improvement. That's not a bad choice to be in. You know what I mean? To be a contractor, and especially one that can do renovations. You get have a little bit of math skills. You pull a contractor's license, and you can either do the work yourself and have it signed, checked by city inspector, which I did with the work that I did here, had the sheet, he would come by and sign it every week. But it's a great business to be in because the number of people with that skill set are so diminished these days, especially amongst young people that everybody was told go study computer and don't. Nobody works with their hands anymore, and we don't need those kind of rough trade jobs anymore. Love espresso. If you drink enough, it's a high. It's a high like cocaine. Yeah, to me, I just don't. Yeah, well, this I've had this for a couple of years. I bounce between Oklahoma and Texas, so I'm welcome in both states when I go when I go down. I just have to remember when I cross the state line. I have to remember to change to my Oklahoma town. You go right in, do all the coke you want. Hi, Jennifer. Nice to see you. So, yeah, it's a good evening. I'm waiting to see. I hope Craig pops by so I can tell him uh, thank you for this. Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in tonight. So, I might be hitting the road. I'll either. It's going to be like my last chance because I got to take some time to get ready for Tara to come and visit. I want to make sure things are nice. We got a much better blow up bed. It's a much better quality bed. Everything's clean as a whistle out there and real good. So, Texan UT, horns up, right? That's exactly right. I miss my parents more than anything. The way they used to be when they were funny and crazy. Yeah. I tried to remember that when my mother was slapping the hell out of me growing up. Hey, Mom, that was funny. Do it again to me, right? Or grabbing you by the ear and pulling you along back to school because you're cut in class and you got caught. Like she'd come around that corner like Kojak in that little 1966 VW bug and come roaring up. The only thing she was missing was the dashboard mounted cop light, man. And she'd see me out there smoking away on the alley, rolling my own with binder paper and pipe tobacco I stole from my father. She'd be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Ran my ass right back up there. How you doing, Sean? Good to see you. Worst buffering ever. We always have that buffering. Just refresh your connection. There seems to be something that happens at the 7-minute mark with YouTube or Streamlabs. I'll bet if you were there, you would have been able to troubleshoot that. Oh man, both him and Med. I have a very good idea about it. Instinctively, I found myself kind of reaching for the phone today. Like what am I thinking? I'm just like, oh man, you check this thing on there, get them all. Get your voltage meter, check this reading, and I'm like, because that's my nature to be helpful. There's one simple test that you could do that could immediately pinpoint on that. But, I don't know. I mean, like I say, I'll do some funny things today. But as far as being mean and things like that, I don't mind putting up little things like Napoleon and talking about the 100 days. I think that's funny, that kind of stuff. I just listened to that book, A Child Called It. Yeah, with parents, that those things you should stream for a good 7 hours in a night. I got caught smoking too. Had to eat cigarettes. Ooh, eat a cigarette. Eat a cigarette. Yeah, just Miss Jane, Jamie, you really know your stuff. My hat's off to you. I've seen you comment in a couple different chats, and I'm very impressed with uh, your understanding of it. And I'm not trying to insult you because I don't know. You could be a guy with a girl's I don't know. You could be a woman that's a mechanic. We have a few shops here that are woman owned and they're excellent mechanics. But I've been very impressed with the things that you've been highlighting on that. This is Paris, where Paris Hilton has trans from a boarding school. Glad my dad just scared me enough not to F up. Hi, Cheryl. How are you, sweetie? Hey, Coach, what's going on? What's up? Sean's like, you should stream for 7 hours. You need to do panels again. Yeah, I think I'll get things, once I get things kind of separated, Sean, and get the right protections built in. for understanding how to do that. I do not want to in any way like have, I used to get tagged with the uh, Rosie Springer show, and that was really the low point. I just got really turned off to panel chats, and just I lost control of my panels. I started getting booted off my own panels, and I couldn't even really control my own show anymore. So it got to be too much. Your mom drove a 74 bug. We had a 66 bug, and my mother loved that. Jamie, this is my photo. Thank you, coming. Well, I'm nothing, honey, but I'm very impressed that I've seen you making so many comments about things regarding the engine, and when you think about it, an engine, especially that 5.8 liter, that Windsor engine, is a good engine, but it's got some legacy problems to it. Oil seals being one of, which is not that big a deal to, if you have to replace an oil seal, but there's some legacy problems like that. But when all is said and done, there's only a couple factors that are going to come together, right? It's unlikely that the timing jumped or changed, especially going down the road. It would be an almost impossibility to have timing jump under load or even coasting. Things like that are typically associated with a sputtering start where you have some connectivity and it jumps and then re-jumps and you jump the sprockets on it. Or you have the fuel situation, and I don't know, it's, having just, I don't know, about that. So, I'm drawn to the electrical system because it's the one thing that I didn't want to mess with on that, given the time that it would take. And I think the expectation is that what I would do, rewire the whole, create a new wiring harness and lay it into it. But it's just the degradation was just too much. I mean, you can't expect a vehicle 1989 to just come up smiling every single day. All those contacts that go down, all those ignition things have to be perfection. So, Galen, oh, thank you, sweetie. It's very sweet of you. Thank you. Putting the engine in back. If you're a good driver, usually it's less anxiety having a back engine. Well, the nice thing about the VW flat fours, opposing flat fours, was they were air cooled. You didn't have to worry about a cooling system. It was amazing. Yeah, it's an ignition, something to do with an electrical issue, but in a lot of ways, that's the most vexing and most difficult thing to. Thank you, Gail. In a lot of ways, that's the most vexing
You're
problem.
such a beautiful soul. Comma heart, purple heart, heart.
Thank you, baby doll. We already replaced the voltage regulator, and I did some testing. The output on the alternator was fine, and I had no problem for months running that extra house battery I installed, and things were running great. All systems were go, go, go. Could be a few different things, like she is, but others would be there talking as well. I had a Fiat X90 with the engine in the back. The thing would not run for nothing. Tracking down electrical issues is terrible. It's time consuming. It's the most costly. It's the most costly issue for a shop to cover off, because they have so many things to cover. And when you have something like in the 90s, you don't have the plug verification computer diagnostics that you can just plug in underneath the up under the dashboard. Just plug it in and it'll direct you immediately, give you a code, and you can check it. So it's a pain in the ass, known as a J-Lo. Yeah, it's good having that caboose in the back. Sugarcane said, I watched the movie last night. That's all I'll say. I've had a couple people write me today that are very anxious to talk about the movie. Thank you, Joan Ann Smith. There she is, one of my long-standing gal pals here. Thank you, sweetie. What did I do to deserve this tonight? Thank you. Was it the red, white, and boom? I don't know. Thank you, Joe Nan. Quite a few people have seen that movie already. They're anxious to talk about it, but we'll wait on that. Obviously, there is tremendous excellence in that story, and it's a great movie. Uh, Janie says, I went through a bad breakup years ago and chose to learn to work on vehicles. Thank you. Very nice, Joan Ann. Much
I love you,
appreciated.
girl. Heart 100 heart.
Thank you, sweetie pie. Prepping says many will not touch electrical issues for liability reasons. They actually make you sign an electrical waiver at the shop because it's possible in testing and installation that they can refry parts again. Okay, solenoids can basically weld shut again. You can have a voltage regulator that overload. You can fry the distributor, the distribution system. There's all kinds of things that go wrong, and they don't replace that for you. Okay, so it's a very difficult. The movie is called All My Sons, and it really is a neatly delivered package of a movie, and we'll be talking about that next Monday. People seem to want to have a movie night, and I thought that would be a great movie to kick off with because um, Arthur Miller is such an excellent playwright, and that was his first huge success that carried over from the stage to TV. Yeah, there's the movie. It doesn't cost anything to see it. If you want to join us next Monday, we'll start about 7:30 and then talk about it at 8 o'clock. Some people are going to have a lot of opinions about that movie. There's a lot of nuance on that. There's a lot of handles on that movie to be explored. So, oh, I did watch it when you were at the house. Yeah, there we go. So check that movie out, and then maybe join us next Monday. Uh, it's an incredible movie. It's an extremely well crafted story, and I think we'll leave it at that. Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. There's the link posted to it. I'm enjoying the movie so far. I still can't sit long enough to finish. That'd be great. That's all right, Sinai. I'm the kind of person I put it on about 5 o'clock just to refresh myself today, and I just watched it all the way through, and I was just thrilled with the movie, well paced and everything. But I'm not going to talk any more about that. But it's a very good movie from one of America's foremost playwrights. Where can you get it? The link is above there, Lisa. I've got the link posted there, a public domain movie. You can just enlarge it. It fills your whole screen. You don't have to get the other blurble that's surrounding it and everything like that. So it was a very powerful movie when that came out. And there's a lot of things to discuss about that because there's a lot of different subplots running through that movie. And glitter cats that light up, sound awesome. I wonder how the LEDs worked out on that rig. Putting that LED panels in and all those stringing all those LED lights around and the good old days. Get a break from the. I'm such a nerd, Rosie. I'm talking, taking notes. I can't believe Colonel Potter's in there. He looks so young. Yeah, Henry Morgan was a constant. Uh, Jesus, come on, man. Are you kidding me? I got to fix his focus. Is going to drive me crazy. Harry Morgan was a constant presence, contract actor in Hollywood, as you call him, Colonel Potter. Was in so many movies. Another notable one he was in was the Glenn Miller story with Jimmy Stewart. He was a major character in that. Let me fix this focus. See what we can do here and fix that. Okay, that's good. So, yeah. Some of those actors were very renowned people that were in that are in that movie, there was nobody bigger at the time than Edward G. Robinson, and many consider that his most brilliant performance on film. So continue to check it out. I don't know what this thing happens. I think it's fixed now. Do some hocus pocus. Hocus pocus. Harry Morgan was young looking. They were all young. Santa Rosa's own Arlene Francis was in there. The gal that's married to the doctor that you see at the beginning, Arlene Francis. We have the Arlene Francis Center downtown across from the mission down here. I challenge everyone to watch a 6-hour movie called Into the West, directed by Stephen, maybe the most accurate depiction how the West was born and who really built America. Good to see you, Juice. Thanks for coming in. Because my daddy watched MASH when I watched MASH a lot too. What's behind the curtain is your gas fireplace. This is it's not vented, it's a dimple fireplace from Canada. It just has light bulbs with rotating strips of foil that make it look like flame, and it has a heater up top that will kick out like a space heater. With a blower fan, I had to replace the bulbs for the first time in, I think, 9 years that I put it in last year. So, Hocus Pocus is a really good movie. Evening. Hi, surprised you're not in your new swimsuit. You saw your video. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Allie. I might be a little later tonight. I might switch up gears and do a little, I'm feeling so good these days. I'm feeling like my old, I don't know what it is. I'm feeling like my old self again. I mean, everything's falling into place. I sold one of my vintage audio units I never really liked and turned a really nice profit on that today. So I'm very happy to have moved that on. I don't want to say gotten rid of it because it's a beautiful unit, but it's way too much horsepower for me to carry through the rest of my Life Bed Ready Marathon. All 7 seasons of Golden Girls. Thank you, Allie. That's very sweet of you. Hi, Denise. How are you? Because it worried me because it seemed it seemed unsafe. Which thing are we talking about? The blinded. Let me. Oh, it's very safe. It's only 50-watt little candle bulbs, long ones like you put in aquariums on fish tanks, and then there's a rotating like spit that just has aluminum, shiny aluminum things that make it look like it's flame. They dance around. And it has a heater unit up top. It's just a blower over. It's a very safe, very safe, very safe unit. It's always good to rehome something that someone else can use. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good thing. So we'll have a lot of fun. The best thing to do to discuss that movie is wait till like Sunday to watch it if you have a chance. Then it'll be really fresh in your mind, or Monday during the day. Because there's a lot to chew on in that particular movie, and I think it's a good one to jump in on. I have a short attention span. I'm the kind of person I can click into a movie and I'm just there. I'll book time so I don't have to go away from it. I'll just bam right into it and sit down and get the whole schmear. Love to go and going to be a mix of Dorothy and Rosie. There we go, Jamie. So I've had a couple people asked me today some of my thoughts on, the 89, the Windsor, the 5.8 liter, and what the situation is under there. And I think at the end of the day, I mean, we're not going to, there's no chance we're talking about a seized engine or something like that. So I don't doubt that's likely. I mean, you would literally have to, your temperature gauge would have shot up and you probably would get a warning, an idiot light or something coming up, some oil warning. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. I'm pretty sure, maybe the alternator crapped out. I don't know. So I may watch it again. It is a lot to take in. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot of aspects of that movie. It's not all cut and dried. Arthur Miller's writing is never all black and white. There's some significant gray areas in that thing too. Hence why everybody was so torn up in that movie for so many years, because there were things were shaded depending who the person was on there. So, okay, like my fireplace had a wooden body around it. I thought it might be gas and just vented behind that. Yeah, I would never do something like that, blind adventure. You cannot install, it's against the law to put wood burning stoves into new construction or renovation here in Santa Rosa. They don't want anybody burning wood, like that. Definitely. So, talk too dang much. I can see them both of you down the road and back again. My profile pic finally streamlined into YouTube. Yeah, that's my cyanide cupcake there. My dreams, I'm Blanche, but I'm really dark. I'm Linda Carter, right? Yeah, funny two words, idiot. Like, well, you're gonna have, your oil pressure sender has multiple functions to it, and it certainly will give an indication if you have low oil, or if your temperature rises on your dash. Those of us who had RVs and have RVs are trained to continuously keep an eye on our temperature gauge. That's like our truth teller of how things are doing under the hood there. So it's very, very important. Major blonde moments, talk a lot, sometimes ramble. That's nice. I like people that talk a lot. I love big talkers myself. I just chew the fat with people all day long. All day long. So Linda Carter wasn't still as gorgeous. Yeah, she's a good gal. She was a high quality person and still is, and I like her. So we'll see how things play out. The problem with doing that kind of repair is when you wheel into a shop now, you're wheeling in an '89, and you're wheeling in a 5.8 Windsor, and every year that goes by, there's less and less people that are shop savvy about working on those kind of rigs, because let's face it, a lot of repair and mechanical work is all computer driven now. You plug the module, your sensor module in, and you get kicked out of code. And 95% of the time, that's going to be what you're going to address. But there's no such thing, there's no such feature on this rig, and you have multiple connections. My biggest fear, and one thing that I think could be it, is with the front end being in such very poor shape, and the amount of shimmying and wobble on that front end, that transmits into the engine compartment. And any little wire, any one of the 100 wires that's running around that engine compartment, if one of those wires seeks ground and it's not fuse protected in some way, you gradually scrape off the insulation, and you could be sitting around from now till Christmas trying to figure out what you basically have is you have a short circuit, right? A continuous short circuit, and that's like the worst thing that you can try to track down. No, I'm at alternator. No, we're talking about, I like to theorize. I enjoy working on engines. I enjoy that type of work. So I had the same engine in my Coachman camper van that was 1 year older. Some of you may remember it was beautiful. I did I think a great job of restoring it. I had new cushions made, and I sold that for a really nice price. That rig, it had the white with the red, like the maroon on it, and it was a very handsome rig. I put in a nice closet in the back. I didn't feel the need to. The shower was lousy; it was all cracked, but I did keep the toilet in it, right? Well, with the talkative grandma, everybody in my family talked like there was no tomorrow. They could all have a contest to talk buzzards off a shit wagon. Okay, that's how big of mouths they had. Uh, uh, those ladies' pantsuits killed me. I laughed my arse off. I like the intellectual aspect of it, and if it is a short circuit to chassis, or rubbing against a tie bar or a spring body mechanism, then you have a really hell of a time of you basically have to de-energize circuit by circuit by circuit and just see if that it's a hellish problem. It really is. So that's what I kind of expect. Are you Italian? No, I am Irish, Alsatian, which is the area between France and Germany. Irish, Alsatian, French, English, and German. That's the predominant. A mutt, in other words. So no Italian. No Italian, and maybe a little bit of Native American because on my grandfather's side they were here since my family can be. My family's name is up in Connecticut, the town of Windsor, Connecticut. Their name is on the side. They were there in whatever 16 whatever. Been here forever on my mother's father's side, forever up here, descended from royalty and one of the very important founding families of Connecticut up there. Fortunately, I have a and say to protect engine goes to a limp mode. Have had at least 5 Ford trucks, and yeah, you would need that because you wouldn't want to risk have a fire. But to get out of that limp mode is excruciatingly hard to do, because there's a lot of parts on a rig that move up and down. There's a lot of things that are hooked to the chassis. There's a lot of things that get constant rubbing, and given enough time and enough movement, and the insulation comes off wiring, and then you have a short. German women are tough as. Hi Angus, how are you? Tough as them, not. But a good friend of mine is where she's tough and could do, and we're almost the same, Rosie, except half German, no French. Yeah, it's kind of Alsatian, and then in that region between, one of the contested regions between Germany and France during the World Wars, that Alsace-Lorraine in that area, rotor and cab. Is that what it is? Smooth? Is it all fixed up? So, okay, so that's a simple thing then. Hey, thank you, Craig, the onesie. What's up, Mr. X? Good to see you. Craig, guess what I had for dinner tonight? Dunkin' Donuts. It was so good. Thank you for 6 bags of Dunkin' Donuts. I've got enough Dunkin' Donuts to last me so long here. I am so happy that you thought of me. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. It is much, much appreciated here. So very, very good. Well, Mr. X, say what you will, and I'll own it. Mr. X has always been a friend of mine, and God willing, he always will be a friend of mine, and that's it. So Craig, that was very nice of you to send that. I was so thrilled today. That was a nice heavy box. I'm sitting in here watching the movie, and I hear up front, and the mail guy knows the bell doesn't work, so he just hits the window right there. It's because it scared the hell out of me. Oh, that would last you 2 weeks. This would last me a long time. Dunkin' Donuts is my favorite coffee. I love it. And it's the medium roast too, and it doesn't have any cinnamon. It doesn't have any pumpkin in it. It doesn't have any chocolate. It's just coffee. It's just coffee. So let me tell you, Craig Sr., that really was the icing on top of what was a very excellent day for me today. Yeah, so I'm very happy about that. Uh, yeah, swapping batteries won't help with the rotor or distributor thing. You need to you either make contact or you don't. Cyanide says I can drink regular, but I'm allergic to jelly, Dunkin' Donuts jelly flavor. I never had it. That is an awesome gift. All you guys are awesome. I'm so wonderfully supported here on this channel. It's insane, and gonna be on the road. That's what I remember you did, Craig, and I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being so thoughtful to send that to me, and in such quantity too. So, how do you think I felt tonight when I dumped out the Snatch brand coffee that I had from Food Max, the $3.99 per barrel, and loaded up that Dunkin' Donuts in there, man. Took the scoop out and filled her up. Woo! Be wired on coffee. The king of the. I go to a Dunkin'. I go to a donut shop where they serve coffee. They call it Drunken Donuts. That's cool. Uh, Drunken Donuts. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, Dunkin'. I don't know. I'm chatty because everything is going good. You know, it's a good day. I sold a. I suddenly got pounded with some email. The guy's almost like yelling, and I want that unit. Just don't. You don't have to do anything else. I'll be over in a half hour. I can pick it up and take it. So I got the camera. I filmed the guy pulling up and then take enjoy your unit. And there she goes. So put the cash in my pocket. I like that. It's not even a unit that I was particularly fond of due to the heavy weight, the dangerous weight of it. So nothing but the best. That's so sweet, Craig. Wish I could get some of Tim Horton. Yeah, I think Patricia Wakefield or somebody. I can't remember who. And they sent me a big barrel of Tim Hortons. That was great. I finished that up in like April or something like that. That was really good. But I discovered the thing that makes Tim Hortons great is cream. Okay, whereas in America we use half and half. In Canada, I noticed that they use real cream, and it really makes a difference in the coffee. Cheryl says I never had more than a sip or two of coffee in my entire life. I cannot start my day without having some coffee, and that's for darn sure. I mean, I could theoretically. It's like when I quit smoking, I don't know. It was weird. When I quit smoking, I don't have any cravings. I don't have any urges. Maybe I'm just so damn busy, I don't even think about it. Right? It's always so easy to just stop something. Like, I think it'd be harder for me to give up coffee actually than it would be to if I ever was smoking again and had to quit because that was nothing. What's up, Alan Gold? What's up, Alan Gold? I forgot who sent you. That was very nice. That was a big can. It might have been Karen KJ up in. I met her in Canada. There, somebody sent that to me. It was wonderful. Isn't that ignorant of me? I can't remember who sent that to me, but I get, Joey D sends me stuff and shirts. There's so many people that are so nice. I got sent that onesie today, and believe me, that zipper could have gone a lot lower. I was very conservative. I might not be if I get back to Vegas again, but that was my coffee wakes you up like, yeah, that's it. Me either. So I don't feel anything when I stop smoking. It's like nothing. We have what we call coffee cream or table cream, 18% milk fat. See, Miss Pudwina, I think that made the difference. Because when I first got that Tim Hortons coffee, it was a big barrel. And I actually brought one from Canada with me too. You guys remember, I bought one in the Tim Hortons store up there in Scarborough, and the Chinese there, I just threw it in the rig and I brought it back. And that was awesome. But when I drank it here, it's like, why is this Tim Hortons so different from, when I would get Tim Hortons in like Niagara Falls or Detroit, and it was like different. And I'm like, what the hell? is different on this and through New York and things. And then one day here, I'd been baking the night before and I made some whipped cream. I had a little bit of heavy cream left. I didn't have any milk and I put a little bit of that cream in the coffee. It was like, bam, just like that. I was back enjoying Tim Hortons coffee. So I said I've cut my smoking back. I'm down to 1 pack every 3 days. That's great. Hey Scotty, how are you, sweetheart? 1 pack every smoke. I like to smoke right before I go to sleep, or if I'm driving. Not that I don't care. It was just easy. Do you have a coffee grinder? No, I don't. I don't have a grinder. I appreciate the ground. That makes it so easy for me. Rude says it's a water. Some people claim that, but as soon as I had that heavy cream, it was on, man. I was right back in Canada again, enjoying my Tim Hortons. That stuff is it's the bomb. I did a whole special video of why Tim Hortons coffee is so revered. I think it's got thousands of a hell of a lot of views. The Tim Hortons experience. Smoked for 37 years. Think of them every day. Quit 8 years now. Good for you. I guess I don't really have an addictive. Oh, damn. The P.O. Box 8457. It's in the About page. I'm good, Rouge. Nice to see you. It's always an honor to see you in the chat. I don't see you a heck of a lot, so good to see you. P.O. Box 8457. Santa Rosa, California 95407, which reminds me I've got to get up to the P.O. Box. Yeah, I don't want to be bothered grinding coffee. It's just something else. I got to really protect my counter space here. I just don't have, the space to put stuff down here. Nothing beats cream and coffee. I found that out, Rouge. It was tremendous. Ooh, Flavor Timmy. I'll tell you what, it was great. Gypsy Mom, you're in Toronto, and I got to Toronto, and I thought I died and went to heaven when I was over in Scarborough. I immediately went to the Scarborough area, hung out there. I was right in some of the best Chinese food. Could walk right over after eating, and I could have my dim sum breakfast over there, and the ladies pushing the little carts around with all the things I'd like to eat, and then walk over to Timmy's and have my 3 or 4 big coffees a day, and that was really, really great. Good. I need to stop smoking. I smoke about 2 packs a day. Yeah. When I smoke, it becomes an energy drain on me, and that's what I don't like about it. I sleep fitfully, and when I'm not smoking, I feel much more robust. I feel much more energetic. A lot of this smoke in the air was brutal here for the last month or so. That was like smoking. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate it. Waiting for you. Why don't you send to Timmy? No, I don't want you to send me anything, Gypsy Mom. You're already very kind to me. You've donated. I got plenty of coffee down here. Um, it'll be, what can I do for you? uh, yeah, that's you know how I felt about Toronto. There's so much more to explore. I was already familiar because I worked at Royal Bank of Canada and was familiar with the Royal Bank Towers downtown across from the. It was nice to go back into the Royal York Hotel where I'd stayed there years ago and walk out in the Canadian rail station across the strip. It was just like old times. What is a coffee trolley? I'm not sure what that means. Smoking January, I quit a few months ago. Hope I never go back to it. I don't have a lot of interest in it, but I don't really have, I don't have any, I can't think of any reason that I would again. I don't even feel like smoking cigars. I mean, I'd like to hang out with Tara and we went to the cigar shop and stuff, but I just think, I just don't get anything out of that now. Even Dream was. I'm glad you stopped smoking. Thank you, Craig. It wasn't really that hard. Yeah, really till you hit the stick. We're gonna have a blast. I hope so, Gypsy Mom. I'd like to spend some time up there in the get the winter experience in Canada because I don't get it. I don't get it down here. That would be nice. If I drink beer, vodka, I want a cigarette, and I don't drink anymore. Yeah. I think the key is with the smoking. If you're not going to just make sure you're incredibly busy and your days are full and you don't think about it. Like when I was, just doing other things, that doesn't even cross your mind. So I quit for years until I lost Dan. Yeah, I don't blame you, Quinny. Uh, Sometimes when a very high pressure, something terrible happens, and cigarette does give some comfort. That's for sure, and we're all certainly aware of that, Quinny, of the hell that you and others have gone through in that regard. So there's a good chance Thursday I might be taking off. I may actually go to. I can't go anywhere. I don't like California. I don't want to go anywhere in California. I don't even feel like I just want to be around. I feel like I want to get the hell out of the state. So, if people want to hate me because I go to Las Vegas, then hate me. But it is what it is. It's for my mental health. Yeah, you're right. Gah, that's it. Yeah, man, cigs were $2 a carton. I'll tell you, Larry, they were 50 cents a pack when I used to pick them up for my father. L&M, Liggett and Myers, L&M. And you could just walk up, you tell Tilly, the cashier at Morgan Millard's pharmacy and restaurant, to have a little note from your dad. Here you go, 50 cents a pack. That was it. That was it. Green and more company. Yeah, I do miss the road. I don't really care where I go as long as it's a change of venue. I want to see some things. I want to test some theories. I want to get a different slant on things. I want to be more of a sociologist now. I want to get the real feel of what the hell is going on. Now I got exactly the right approach angle on things. So you do what you like. Well, that's what I do. I do what I like. And sometimes for me, people say, well, you drive 9 hours or something. Well, let me tell you this. Driving on the road, to me, is what makes it a fun, the drive itself. And now I think, okay, I'm going to take the metal detector with me, and I'm going to stop at that hotel, the old Royal Hawaiian, maybe a couple other sites, and I'm going to run the detector around. I'm not going to be in a rush to get into town if I get there, but I want to do that. That can be fun. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Uh, yeah, remember that, Jamie? You just put in your change, $1.25 or whatever, 75 cents. You pull the thing, cha-ching, and then the pack of smokes drops down. And sometimes it would have a pack of matches, and sometimes it wouldn't. It would come down. Yeah, I remember them like they were yesterday. Tender. She said it's getting violent on the street. That's why I want to go down and I want to get a piece of that. I want to get a piece of that. I want to get down there and get the feel. I want to get the temperature of that. If Lions Group, what's the deal? He actually broke down. Come on up here. Yeah, I am. I'll be up there. I'll be up there. I think it was just a distributor cap and rotor situation. Thank you, Lion Screw. Thank
What's the
you.
deal with Elvis? Is he actually broke down? Come on up here, Ozzy.
I don't know. Mr. X is a mod. He was in here for a bit. He may know. So he said distributor and rotor. So that's a pretty simple fix. Sugar says, Rosie, have you ever seen the movie Sorted Lives? I have not seen that. No, I have not seen that. Yeah, I can't right now. The borders. But I can't wait to hang out with what I want to do with Limescrew. I don't know if he has any connection to Palm Springs still, but I always imagined that we could hang out poolside and do some stuff down in SoCal because I know occasionally, or go to or meet up in Hawaii. And go over there. I want to go to Oahu this winter, and I want to go over for about 2 weeks to a month to go over there. So nice to see you, James. Good to see you, James Florio, in the chat. Going to be closed until the end of November now. I would, Cheryl, I wouldn't be surprised with the resurgence of cornholio in some areas in some country. I wouldn't be surprised if the border was just closed for the rest of. Why mess around? Just let people know. I know they want the holiday traffic and all that, but just make a decision, okay? Just make a effing decision. Yeah, the Peach Arch Border Park at Blaine, Washington. I remember your videos about that. And thank you again, Line Screw, on that. Yeah, we can meet in peace right there and hang out. I want to meet. I don't really see if Justin Incredible's doing anything these days. So, but Hawaii, unfortunately, October for me. You know, if you go to Hawaii now, I don't know about Canada. Probably, if you go in now, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Can't go anywhere, can't do anything. You sit around your hotel room watching CNN and Fox and looking at the window at other condos and hotels next to you. So that's no good. I'm talking like, until that thing, I get an idea of when that lifts and get the inside info so I can quickly book a ticket before rates go up. I would like to grab a monthly rental over there and do that, but we just don't know. Wow, Cheryl says I have a friend whose husband is American and she hadn't seen him since February. Wow. The habit I'm trying to break is my naps. I haven't had one. Would you believe, cyanide cupcake? I have never, since kindergarten, I've never taken a nap in my life. Would you believe that? Would you believe that? I have never taken a nap in my life. I just can't nap. I can't sleep on planes. I can't do any of that. 14-day quarantines might be lifted sometime. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm looking at the number of cases there, and they seem to be rising now. The tourism industry might be such, Andrew, that they're just going to throw in the towel and say, well, say hello to herd immunity on the in Oahu, and that's it. It's quarantine in Canada for 14 days. Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think they're gonna lift that. I read the Star Advertiser at least once a week, which is the principal paper on Honolulu, and it just seems like they were good 3 months ago. They were gold, and then it started up again. Ran apartment on Oahu and nap all the time. I would like to do something like that, but I'm just not sure if October and November is going to give us the clearance. My worst nightmare is to go over there and then have to have somebody that is monitoring my activities for 2 weeks. And, you literally can't go shopping, you can't do anything. And if you break that, then they put an ankle monitor on you. And if you break that, then they put you in jail and they fine you and arrest you. So that's it. Jeremy says, hi from Baltimore, new to your channel, but love all your videos. Well, Jeremy, thank you. And from the great Charles and Pratt and Lombard Streets in Baltimore, Maryland. Woo! Thank you. Baltimore Federal Savings and Loan, where Charles Street and Fayette meet. You'll get high dividends paid. Charles Street and Fayette meet. Yeah. Well, good. Don't make me. No, I want to. I definitely want to hang out with you. I think going in on a condo, like a month rental would be fantastic. I wouldn't really want to go less than a month because I want to. Then I can do fishing. I can do all kinds of stuff. I get plenty of beach time, plenty of time to take people around and show them the Hawaii that I knew back in 1996, 1997, right? Take care, Quinny. Where Charles Street and Fayette meet. Hotel Street downtown, very rough area. Yeah, it was always rough. It was even rougher back then. But what really hit me wrong was coming out of Hong Kong was that, God, I went to have dim sum down in Chinatown. It was so bad. I'm like, did you ever think that you can get so many generations removed from China that you just start to lose the notion of what the real authentic thing is? I think the people should go spend a week or two in Guangdong or Hong Kong once a year to kind of get refreshed. And it's just kind of weird. Another Baltimore jingle. Yeah, we had Baltimore Federal Savings and Loan, right? Yeah, Palm Desert might be a great thing. I mean, I'd love to knock around Palm Springs, Palm Desert. I'd like to pop into, and if you're with me, I don't really worry about heading into Slab City. I mean, I know some people there just to pop in for the day or whatever. That would be a lot of fun. And that's excellent. Hey, Zoe. Just a place. I'm not going to do the cold this year. I hated doing the cold, man. I'm not going to do the cold. Soon as Christmas is done, I'm out. See you in April or whatever back here. I'm gone. 'Cause I'll see you. Yeah, thumbs up. Appreciate it, guys. We're slacking on those thumbs tonight. Wow, we should be up around 60. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Please thumbs up if you're enjoying the chats. We have a good time in here. We talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm always appreciative of that. I know the Coachella Valley realized that's what I'm saying. So that would be a great thing if I could do that in the depths of, still comfortable down there and bang around Palm Springs. And for me, I'd like to go to some of the hit a couple of the resorts. They got like the clothing option, the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ places could be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's not nippy here. It's very good. Cupcake is high maintenance, but that's what makes cupcake. Certain girls, certain ladies you envision it comes with the territory, right? You envision it's high maintenance. Why would you expect otherwise? Right? You see a cyanide cupcake, it's like this chick's going to be high maintenance. Yeah, thank you. Now we got it good. Thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Hi, Rhonda. How you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Pretty easy. I'm just moody. I don't blame you, Cupcake. We're all moody, and I just hope we're not about to get the trap door pulled out from under us again, because I'm actually feeling pretty. I'm feeling pretty decent. I think I'm going to feel better when this effing election is over. I want to get that behind me. So that's what bugs. I'm getting tired of this. Getting tired of hearing about this election. Love you, honey. Love you. She got her old. She got her old picture reignited. No, I'm not. I'm very low. I'm a very independent and no maintenance type of person. Um, Alan Gold, two handfuls. I'll tell you, Gold, you should be taken out and just horsewhipped out behind YouTube's headquarters down there on Cherry Avenue, down there in San Francisco. Just saying, for a friend. All right. Yeah, Sugar is awesome. Sugar is awesome. I can't wait to see what Sugar does for Halloween. I have to keep the air on low to filter out pollen. I get that kind of pollen here. But you remember how bad my voice was last week, and now listen to me now. It's like, bam, strong, and all that smoke is cleared out. Treat her well, treat her good, and get to sleep early. That's right. Hi, Aaron. How are you? How are you? Nice to see you. Wouldn't that give great joy to horsewhip Alan Gold behind YouTube's headquarters and broadcast that in a live stream? Here we are at 901 Cherry Avenue down in San Bruno. Okay, today's feature content within the shadow of YouTube's headquarters. Cupcake, things I eat to live, not live to eat because of my gastric bypass. I have a hunger pain, which I want to tend to. Yeah, I don't really care about food too much, but I'm going to be starting up the food reviews and things like that. So I'm looking forward to. I got to get them going again. But if I can hang out with Line Screw, that would be awesome, because it's how I like to have traveling. People you're traveling with and doing all that. Whip me good. we have the overcast now from the fires. Yeah, our skies are actually clearing. I have to take turns spanking Alan. I got bigger plans for Alan. I'd like to take Alan Gold. This is my thing to the. I don't even know if it's open now. Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, and I would like to put Alan Gold's head in some of those. Some of those torture devices and things, and do it for YouTube, right? And make a little voodoo doll of Alan Gold with his little, with his little Kim Jong Un outfit on, and do a number on him. Yeah, no man and 3 feet tall. Yeah, scary procedure. Me and you are gone to, yeah, we're going to have to take turns. No sunshine for Southern because of the smoke in the upper atmosphere. It's going to take a while to clear off. I have the staples. I'm very very diligent when it comes to my diet, and most of the people in my group didn't make it. Okay, well, that's good. Why I know nutrition and natural medicine. That's good. It's a good thing to know. So you guys can tell I'm in very good spirits. So you're gonna have to smack you back tonight. Yeah. So it's gonna be nice. I have my own little pumpkins this year, which is really good. I love Halloween too, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna be deprived of Halloween. I got everything all figured out. I got a space here to take a trip. I get back. I got to get the Shine Shack. I can take off some time. I've been putting the hours in. I've already racked up about 14 hours. I have the chance to travel here. And then when I come back and get the shack realigned, get that ready to go, I can jam in some more hours. And then Terror's coming up. And as soon as Terror's done, I'm off to San Diego. And when that's over, I'm up here decorating for Halloween. I got Mr. Z and Monkey Boy coming up. And then that puts us right into November, where no doubt I'll be back in Vegas for another stint down there. And then it's into the holiday time, and then it's the winter travel, right? And that'll be it. When I come to Cali, we must meet up and go meet Alan. You worried this guy's like? You worried about it? Alan Gold is like off the rails, like some guy hunched over, like the Unabomber, right? Sitting there luring us into a death trap or something. Come on, man. I'd have to make sure I had I'd have to have my posse with me. I would have to have my posse. Got to have that. Dress up as a microbe, yeah. No, I got my corset top. I vary between a street hoe and a witch. Something like that. I'm just going to sit the candy out front. I'm going to be broadcast. I'm going to be in the Shine Shack, I think, for Halloween. Out there. Let the kids do a free-for-all. Yeah, thank you, Exiled Mythfit. Thank you. And you ever notice his highest views come from talking about me? So thank you. That's what we call the equivalency or the commutative property in mathematics. But thanks for coming in and enjoying the show. I appreciate it. It's enough to bring you in. Yeah, they all have the LA shooter of 2 deputies pinned down by SWAT. That's awesome. Yeah, I think Alan is off the rails. Doesn't matter, Exiled Misfit. I have the highest hangout that was ever recorded in Boyd. I have 12 times the lifetime views that Diane has, an infinite number more than Elvis has. I had 2,000 people, almost 2,000 people on a hangout. When your golden boy can achieve that, then come back and talk to me. I used to have 70,000, 100,000 views on my Space Girl from Planet X. So get out of here. What a dope. What a dope. First kids that were gone by, we'll take the, yeah, I don't really care. Let them take the candy as be a sign out there. Help yourself, but don't help yourself to everything. Well, if it goes, it goes. Hi, Dee. How are you, sweetie pie? Nice to see you. Yeah, bought views. Go look at my social blade and see if you can find any bought views. You're just a loser. See, Bert, I don't like the way Dave didn't never buy me anything except a pair of shoes and a cutting board of California. So, bye. See ya. You never see my views go up and down like others, but he did buy Elvis 1,000 subs. That was a nice thing to do. That was sweet. Speaks on Rosie at all. I mean, I don't really care, Jamie. It's okay. I mean, I rose so far above, and he went into the trash can. It's like game over. Crying on air, and that's the bottom line. That's the beauty of the whole thing. It's just a barrel roll and right into the ground. Right into the ground. I like that. Let's see. So, Exiled Misfit, there's another thing that'll never see the light of chat. Have a good night. You're just wasting your accounts. People like you aren't welcome. You're the definition of loser. Make an extendable arm to dispense the candy. Exactly. Exactly. Nobody bothering your family. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna. What time is it? I think I'm gonna have a beer tonight. I'm gonna go grab a beer. I do have to laugh though. I did have to laugh. The guy put gambling addiction. Good Lord, I'm so bored by gambling. I can't sit down for more than 5 minutes at a machine. Jeez. Gambling addiction. Oh man, that's so funny. See you later, goofball. There's another thing that you'll never see. It's all right, man. You're just wasting. The filter's got you all caught up. Bye. Bye, sister. Go suck an egg, goofball. Bye. Gambling addiction. Can you imagine that? God, posted all that, and not one thing showed up to the chat. I love that. I love that. It is such a wonderful night. Yeah, I mean, gambling. Like I'm too bored to even sit down and. I don't get anything out of it. I'm too jumpy to sit there and just keep pounding money through a machine. I mean, it's just boring to me. I don't get anything out of it. I'd rather be out on the streets hanging out and doing stuff. That's what I like. Yeah, my $20. Yeah, you got to be an idiot to. It's just it's so funny, you know. My $20 daily gambling thing. It never ceases to impress me the things that people get into their head and just uh, the state of the mental health of some people. It's just amazing. Hey Jay, you know to come see me in Oxnard. We can chooch and all. I would love to see you down there, Jay, because people like you know the Oxnard area, the Vandenberg, the bases. You know the stuff to see down there. You know the backstories down there that make it great. I look forward to that in a major, major, major way. Exactly, exactly, Jamie. I know the butt hurt runs deep right now. Um, but man, it's like wow. I never gambled or been to a casino. It's just I grew up at Pimlico Racetrack and I did horse racing. I didn't have patience to sit down and play poker because you'd have to sit there for 4, 5, 6, 8 hours until till you were either busted out or you busted somebody out. Slot machines, they're just boring after a while. Just totally boring. Yeah, I'll be down there, Jay. I will definitely be down there. I love that area of, Oxnard and around that area is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm telling you. Ah, man, yeah, when you're not monetized, well, it's all building up watch hours and things. It all serves a purpose. Cheryl says, I haven't been to a casino since March and I'm pretty bitter about it. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta learn from mistakes. You keep fumbling through life. Now, I mean, there's such more important things than YouTube out there, but for a certain segment of society, this is all they can't travel. They're don't have the resources. This is it. This is their. This defines their. This defines their whole life. This is it, and that's kind of sad. But it is what it is. Don't know much about history. Ooh, don't know much of biology. But I do know that I love. Do 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 do. What a wonderful world this could be. Now I don't claim to be a babe. Do 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 ba 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 do 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 do. Not like a cold beer. That was a hell of a day today. That's all right. You don't have to. You don't have to hide. I mean, if they're just post, that's okay. But when they give the fu and then they get shown the gate because they've already betrayed how bitter they really are and what a social misfit they are on YouTube. Yeah, don't give any info on here. uh, And funny, even when you don't participate in the BS on YouTube, they still bring it into. Some people will still insist on bringing it into you. I find that so. I find that so laughable. That's why they stand alone. They're like, stand by me. Let's see. Cheers, cheers to you, Moose. Cheers to you. Nice to see you tonight. Thank you. Enjoying a beer. Many accounts just be blocked in 2.2 seconds exactly. Exactly. What's the point? What's the point? I don't come over to where you are. You always make it a point to come into my chat. What does that tell you? Oh, I love that. I'm kind of enjoying this. I missed the Michelob Ultra, but this was free beer from the. This was free beer from the boss, so I'm definitely enjoying that. I did I did watch our homework assignment movie tonight. I'll be rewatching it again on probably next Monday, and I was still very convinced that we have a great movie to drill down on for the first one here. I think it's as excellent as I remember being it. Thank you, Jay. You've done plenty for me. You don't owe me anything. Hey, Karen, you've been a great supporter for years of this channel. Jay, just hanging out, knowing a little more about the Oxnard area and the stuff around there. How often are you going to find somebody that can tell you anything about the really cool stuff in town that's not on the tourist stuff? Thank you, Dee. And you don't have to, you don't have to be on camera or anything. We just, check that. So yeah, it was a 1947, 1948. It was one of the very first gutsy post-war movies. Uh, do not be taken by the date. dates and productions mean nothing when it comes to what's classic. We still study Shakespeare. We still study Plato, works from thousands of years ago. We still study the Bible. So don't ever be age bound by classics. It's the story. In this case, we have one of the greatest American playwrights, Arthur Miller. So it's excellent. Nice to see you, Blackhearted. Yeah, it's amazing that people come in and spread hate, isn't it? When I don't do anything to spread hate anywhere else, it always floors me, right? That some people will want to go out of their way and come over here and bash the person that doesn't go out anywhere else and participate in all that drama BS. It's amazing. Yep, thumbs up are appreciated, guys. Thumbs up are appreciated. I always found that such an interesting phenomena on YouTube. Even when you don't go, they'll still bring it to you. Yeah, Cupcake changed the pick. Right. Maybe we might get a little heaty. Now I'm waiting for the missing body. Yeah, well, that's what I said, Sign. You go deeper into it. And the great thing about well-written stories, there's rarely a black and white. There's a lot of gray areas. As you'll get deeper in, you'll understand a little more about the storyline, and you'll find a lot of. You won't find anybody that's pure. You won't find anybody that's evil. And that's what I like that. Dee, your picture's fine, sweetie. Your picture's great. You're lovely. Good night, Sugar Cane. Much love to you, honey. I'm going to send you an autographed red, white, and boom. Okay. Unfortunately, don't hate anyone who was raised right. I mean, what's the point of it? It's YouTube, right? What's the point of it? I don't get it. It's either most of it's driven by jealousy or some type of psychological disorder and things like that. So. Good night, sugar. Good night, sugar. Good night, sugar. We hate to see you go. Don't know I don't know why I got Simon and Garfunkel in my head tonight. And then I got Paul Simon. Ooh, ooh. Man, walk down the street. Ooh. Will you be my bodyguard? Would you be my friend? Here, how you doing, Harley? Drinking mimosas, so very happy at the moment. So am I. It's a very, very happy day for me. It's like one of those rare days where everything went beautifully. Everything went beautifully well. Everything went wonderfully today. I lightened a load of possessions here. Put a little jingle in my pocket. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feeling good. Really good about that. Cracked out a few videos, personality disorder, nothing. You can tell it in here. There's just some people just come in. They're so bitter. You can tell that their lives have been so terrible, and they're such emotionally disturbed people that all they know how to do is just spew hate. They never have anything positive to say. We will be focusing on the movie All My Sons. Okay. And you've got to see the movie in its entirety. I would recommend waiting till Monday, sometime during the day or afternoon before we convene, or Sunday before you watch it. Try to watch it straight through, and that way it'll be fresh in your mind. The link is floating around somewhere. Hey, Ilva, how are you? Nice to see you, sweetie. If anyone has the time, the Red Cross looking for a 14-day deployment. We're going to volunteer from home, but they're in great need of volunteers. Yeah, good. Yeah, if anybody can do that, that would be great. Or if you can make a donation for fire relief to the Red Cross, I'm sure they would appreciate that too. The need is great. We still have a long way to go in fire season. What I need to do, I probably won't even listen to the song anymore. Yeah, what do they want people to do? To distribute items or book hotel rooms for people? I wonder what they need them to do? Food distribution, water. Yeah, there's the link. Thank you, Cheryl. You can watch it. It's on the public domain. You can watch it for free. You don't have to spend a dime to watch this movie. It'll be commercial free, no interruptions, like an hour and 34 minutes or so. You can just watch it straight through. Heartbroken for the animals. Yeah, I think we all have a lot of heart for the wild animals, but they were decimated here in our fires, and so many dangerous animals came into the city, coyotes and mountain lions, and it was crazy. Food delivered to hotels, yeah. Sad, scary, maybe 12 years ago, December 2020, when it happens. The hell, what are you doing, Cyanide? Are you joining a strip club, or what are you doing, honey? Yeah, Missy's doing great. She's fine. Hi, Matt and Eric. Nice to see you, handsome boys. Hope you're doing well. Down in Georgia, Missy's doing wunderbar. I'm just happy she's not around with all this crap. Cut. This would have just definitely broke. She would have gone insane the last month here. This would have broken her spirit for allowing me to use your platform. You can recruit all you want, Harley. As long as people aren't bashing here, if you have a channel you want to promote, if you have a cause you want to promote, I don't have any issue with that. The only thing I've ever asked is when people come on to be nice and don't be mean. There's some Red Cross links. So, hey, Miss Kitty, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, a lot of the plan is there, but the conclusion, closing a door if it makes sense. Just don't close it on your finger, baby. I've done that before. Thought Vegas was cooling off at friggin' let me check something here. That's got me slightly concerned. I thought I was hitting a cold patch down here. Let me see something. This shouldn't have that kind of horrific heat that I hit before. You got to be kidding me. Let me see something here. Eh, 104, 102, 99. That's not bad. 99. That's compared to 114, 115. That's like a garden party. That ain't nothing. I went to a garden party. To my old friends. If memories were all I sang, I'd rather drive a truck. 'Cause it's alright. Now let's see what the weather's going to be here. 83, 79, 74. Just Chamber of Commerce, perfect weather. 70s and 80s, 50s at nights. 50s at night. Don't know. I don't know. I didn't see what that person posted, but I guess it was more dribble there. All right. Isn't it a shame that somebody is so racked with bad times out there? I guess, man. Go get a Snickers bar. That's my best advice. Is you need a Snickers bar. Yeah, Blackhearted changed her pick. I kind of was really love that pick that she had on there before. There's a couple picks changed up that I like to. I like them. I like some of the. I like the new picks here. Got no time for hate in life. No time. Oh, more missing. Yeah, I don't care. Just take them out. Just immediately take it out. Gonna be a two beer night. I don't got time for haters and all that kind of stuff. Uh, uh, all right. Hey, Amy, how you doing? How your efforts paying off for the Red Cross? Are things doing pretty good? I was gonna stop asking, what do I look like? So I get by Hurricane Sally. Yeah, they get more polite when they hit 18, or they get a few bumps in the road in life, or mom cuts off the internet service or whatever in the basement. Yeah, I think yeah. Where do we stand with Sally? Did it become a hurricane, or is it a tropical storm? Let me see. Let's see Hurricane Sally here. Let's see. Let us see what we have here. Sally gains strength as it nears landfall. Produce historic, life-threatening flooding. Come on, man. How many times? I thought this Category 5 was going to take us off the map. Give me a break. They always so over dramatize this BS. Likely to produce extreme life-threatening flash flood through Wednesday. 10 to 20 inches of rain, 30 inches of historic flooding is possible. Come on. Looks like it's gonna be around Alabama down there. Let me get this map keyed in down here. Yeah, it looks like it's coming in on the panhandle of Florida, Gulf Shores, and into Mobile. Yeah, Pensacola, looks like that could be rammed. That's a beautiful area. I love that area down there. I like to drive into Mobile and Pascagoula, all over there. I love that area. Slidell, Hattiesburg. Yeah, I'd love to go up to Hattiesburg. There's a lot of friggin' history up there. Vicksburg, another great town for visiting. All right, I think I'll just be rain. It comes to be some wind and rain. Yeah, I hope it doesn't move real slowly, because that's the worst kind of hurricanes. If they move real slowly through the area, then it produces dramatic amounts of rain, and you can have big flooding. Uh, oh, black-hearted, good for you, honey. Yeah, always protect yourself. You figured out how to change your photo. Awesome. Don't know much about history. Don't know much about biology. Yeah, I had 1991 for DUI, but I wasn't even driving the car. I was sitting on the island at the gas pump there, where the guy had pulled over to get gas, right? And it's like unreal. They took both of us in. I'm like, what the hell, you know? Case got thrown out of court. That was it. That was a shocker that people would actually in this community go back and dig in and actually pay money for police background checks. That's what blew me away, you know. I never even knew what doxing was till I came in first 2 years I was on YouTube. I never even heard of that. Boy, did I get a crash course. I mean, I never thought I would have to involve the, cops and federal authorities multiple times. Who in the hell comes on social media for that, right? It's been a real education. There's such a thing as a citronella plant. Oh, yeah, the garden's doing pretty good. It amazes me with what half of these people do, just dig up people dead. It blew me away, Amy. I thought to myself, God, it's like, wow. I mean, okay, if you need to do it, but I never imagined in my life I'd have to involve police and file police reports and file witness statements and see people get plead guilty in federal court to crap. I mean, God, it's social media, you know. Blew me away. Let's see. Flower Power says back from my big Mississippi. Thank you, Bill. I will take you up on that drink. I think I'm heading down to Vegas again. Back from my big Mississippi trip, won big time. Wow, 11 grand. Jesus, I mean, Charla, her sister won. Thank you, Bill.
Let me buy you a beer.
You do that. Thank you very much, Bill. That's very sweet. Hold a little bit for when I get on the road. Well, it is what it is, Amy. You can't undo it, and the people that are going to love you are going to stick by you. They all recognize that as human beings, we all make mistakes, but we don't hide behind. We live our lives out in the open, and you take the hits of that. But thank God, law enforcement and stuff has gotten so much better, though. Allowing these people to be unmasked. And the sad thing is, most of them the worst ones are people that statistically that were either used to be friends or have a high degree of mental disturbance in their mind. What's going on with metal detector? It is sitting here waiting for the new cuff. You really need a cuff in the back here to achieve that balance, but that cuff broke. So I have another one ordered that I'm going to mount up, and we should be good to go. I might have to just temporarily take it like this if I want to take it and do some metal detecting around the hotels, or stop someplace along the way and do about an hour metal detecting just to see what we get. It is what it is. I hope I charged this. Did I put this thing on the charger? Let me see. Yeah, I got it. So you really need that back cuff that gives you some support. So yeah, congratulations, Flower Power. That's great. That's a very nice, that's a great trip for you. Great trip. That's $5 betting. Wow, $5. Woo! Hurricane Lisa Marie in Wisconsin was popcorn far, but left a glove, fist, and elbows busted. A noose. Velcro. Yeah, Velcro straps would work, but I don't. I don't. I don't want to just jig anything up temporarily. I mean, I can make it work just for an hour. I can kind of bear it out, but it's not easy because you need that stability that cuff provides up the center line there. So I'll make do if I just run it around for an hour. I can do it. It ain't gonna be that big a deal to do that. So yeah, that's great. Congratulations, Flower Power. I can't think of a nicer person to have that happen to. So that's great to have the money. Never want anything to not gamble. I think I've won like I think I've won like $800 before or something. I know I've won 1600 bucks on the random at the old Imperial Palace. When you registered in at the hotel, they would give you 5 free spins, and I hit the jackpot thing like 1600 bucks or something like that. Some women get impatient and are hurting someone else. No one is perfect. That's what it is. The reality is our lives are out there. And I would never think of disclosing things that would digging in or getting police report. I mean, I don't care that much. It's an admission that we're all human. We all make mistakes. What's the best find I've ever had was a gold chain with a gold crucifix, 22 karat gold. These days, I would judge that it's worth about probably around $2,000 to $3,000. That gold chain and crucifix, very heavy. Have a wonderful night, Dee. Thank you, baby doll. That's the best find I've ever gotten monetarily. The most interesting find I had was when you would go to the Panama Pacific Exposition in San Francisco in 1915. They would give you a red, white, and blue ribbon, and on the ribbon would hang a cloisonne enameled, it wasn't a ticket, it was stamped metal, and it would show that you paid the admission. So anytime you went in, you just put that metal on, it would clip on. And I found the metal. Of course, the ribbon was long rotten, but just to find that 1915 Panama Pacific Exhibition medallion was amazing to me. Just absolutely amazing. Right outside of a park that downtown, but on the sidewalk, between the sidewalk and the street. That's also where I found the pill ring. That pill ring. Yeah, some nice stuff. I found your gold chain, Flower Power. Yes, I did. So it checks in the mail. How the hell are you? We are talking to I like that when people talk to each other. It's just a mellow night tonight. I'm only just having a couple beers, hanging out. It's been a great day. I sold one of my vintage audio units. I finally cut a video with my red, white, and boom one piece on, and believe me, it could have been zipped a lot lower down there, but I'm conservative. So it's been a good day. I'm happy. It's been a great day. I'm very happy. It's been great. I'm going to be on the road probably Thursday, so I'm looking forward to that. Going to have a good time, and then things are going to accelerate here. Yay. Things are going to pick up speed. People, people, people. Good stuff. I can't do everything I talked about in wintertime, but I'll be darned. I'm going to try to. And I need to try to see my dad. You got to understand these nursing home facilities continue to be in lockdown mode. They just don't allow. They've just been decimated. It's tough. So I definitely want to. Priority one will be either to fly or drive hightail it to the East Coast and spend a couple days there, and then do what I need to do. Read about cherry juice and dark chocolate. It's amazing what they contain. Chocolate's supposed to be good for you, right? Dark chocolate. Some nights I go to bed and I'll eat like a Hershey bar. Because of all, Missy Jen would crawl into bed at night and she would always have her German chocolate. And I would always be chocolate wrappers. It's like, what the hell? I'm sorry you're having sciatic pain. You don't keep your wallet in your back pocket, do you, Dave? I used to have sciatica, and the doctor told me, where do you keep your wallet? I said, in my back pocket. He said, carry it in your front pocket, and my sciatica went away. on that. Heading to the wedding celebration, shower, or something else. Which wedding? Am I supposed to pop out of a cake or something, Patricia? I'm probably heading down to Vegas. I don't feel like traveling in California. I'm just not up to it. I got no heart for it. I'm better when I get out of state. I feel a cold. Come on, I fried cabbage and olive oil and black pepper. Sciatica is very painful. Oh, thank you, Blackhearted. You're so sweet, honey. I love you to pieces. You're so wonderful. Sounds like somebody's cutting their grass at 10 o'clock. Yeah, that's painful. Sciatica is painful. That worked for me, Dave. But doctors, just first question he asked me, where do you carry your wallet? This was 30 years ago. I said, I always sit on my wallet. He said, don't sit on your wallet. Okay, put it in your front pocket. And I never really had that. I never had sciatica again. It was amazing. Fat wallet will do that because you have an uneven distribution of your weight on your buttocks there, and it can trigger that nerve. Uh, let's see, the one where you thought that friends might. Oh yeah, for yeah. I don't really even know how that panned out. That was supposed to be over the weekend, so I don't even know how that panned out. I have no concept on that. So I never heard another thing about it. So they're very flaky. They've been engaged like 15 times over the last 7 years. So I've facet joint arthritis and hip arthritis and killer sciatica. Wow. Stop using Vegas. Well, and you go for your own game. Vegas is repetitive, not quality. Susan, it's okay. I mean, if people don't want to watch it, then they don't have to watch it. But if it makes me happy, and if I'm paying my own way, what would it matter to people if it's repetitive or not? If it psychologically makes me feel good, why would I ever think about telling anybody else what they should do? You have a guy that rides a scooter around the same city every night, never traveled anywhere, never brought any other content, right? You have a guy that sat in a garage for 3 years and never went anywhere, never brought any content. And a guy that sits around in a van in Chicago and never brings any content. That's a little more repetitive than what I do. Yeah, good way to get it pinched. So that's just my opinion, Susan. If something makes me happy, I'm going to do it. And you know what? A ton of people are going to follow along, and a lot of people are going to be on the live streams on this channel. And they're going to enjoy the content, and they're going to enjoy the pool content, and they're going to enjoy the food reviews because I'm going to do some different stuff. So they're going to have a good time. Yeah, I know. Be patient there, Blackhearted. Rise above, honey. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Nobody even mentioned that name in here, Susan. You're the only one that mentioned that. Watch Bob and Brad on YouTube. They have the best suggestions for sciatica. Good boiling. I figure if people don't want to watch, they won't watch. But how is it any worse than somebody that sits around a garage, has no original content, and talks about other people? I mean, how's that great? Or sits in a clapped out van and has no content at all? Or, where's the diff? Las Vegas videos. Yeah, even though I've been there a million times, it's my second home. I hope to eventually be able to buy a place down there for dirt cheap. I think I probably will be able to. To me, it's like the ultimate laboratory to observe social change. It's beautiful because it's such a transient town. It's such a discretionary place to go. You don't have to go there. And I love to see the changes. I love to look at the people. I love to see how places are adapting to the reality of a day world. And no city adapts faster than Las Vegas does, or attempts to do that faster. I find that very, very fascinating. Plus, it's cheap as hell, doesn't cost a lot of money. And I have friends down there that love to see me and hang out. So it becomes a win-win-win situation. And the journey for me is fun. I love going up there. This time I'm going to take the detector and swing the detector around and see if we find anything cool around there. Yeah, reviewing a coffee takes as much work as metal. I know it's a big job to review that Don Francisco coffee. I know. The thing about YouTube is if you're having fun, it will be reflected to your friends that are out there enjoying it. If I go back alley chooching, or I go down to try to see an Elvis wedding, or I take the trip down the strip, people have seen that dozens of times, but they still have a good time because they never know what's going to happen. And they'd love to be able to be with a host that's very interactive with them as we go along. And we duck into places, we look around, we shine the flashlight. So yeah, sometimes we get in trouble a little bit, but it's a great time. It really is a blast, and people really doesn't matter how many times. Somebody said to me, Rosie, it doesn't matter what you do, it's just being along with you that's the fun part. And I grasp that, and I get that. Used to do crafts, fun hangouts, used to be a variety. Susan, did you see what I did today? I've done vintage audio repair stuff. I've done baking. I made Pullman loaf. I did a moonshining video. Who is bringing more variety than I'm bringing on the channel? I had a onesie video today with the swimsuit. I mean, who has greater variety than I do? God. I mean, the variety I brought this week alone with making the Pullman loaf that I'm enjoying, and um, telling people how a column still works, and multiple videos of repairing electronic equipment. I've done some interesting historical things. We've started a movie night. Come on. Really? The old Rosie is the same. Just ask the people that are here. You need not leave. Nobody's forcing you to leave. The only reason you'd be leaving is your point was not made. Your point was a lost point in here. It doesn't hold water. Yeah, thank you, Sylvester. I think that people see what they want to see. They don't see the reality. People come in with a preconceived notion of you, and they will frame their comments to that preconceived idea. So it doesn't matter if you did moonshine videos, baking videos, you did vintage audio, all of that stuff in 1 week. They're going to see what their perception tells them of it in there. Yeah, some of those vintage stereos. That's it. So everybody's welcome. Susan, you're welcome to be here. You're respectful with the way that you phrase things, and that's fine. So I don't have any issue with that. But what I'm saying is, I don't think there's anybody on YouTube that brings more variety than I do to a channel consistently. And that's going to, I've done restaurant reviews recently, street streams, all that kind of stuff. Hi, Trixie. Did you know that about Amy? The only thing I can know about Amy, Susan, honest to God, is how I get along with Amy. I have a very bad past in some ways myself. Okay, it's been put out there for all to see. I can't undo that. Maybe Amy has some things in her past. We can't undo that. But you know what? Every single time that Amy has come into my chat, you know what? She has been kind to me. She has been sharing with me. And she has been a supporter of this channel. Not by monetary means, but by coming in and telling me, Rosie, I really enjoy hanging out here because it's like it's like a world where we can just laugh and have a good time. Now, how can I be tempted to care about somebody's past when that situation is there? There's nothing that would draw me to change really my opinion about her. I care about what she is today with me. All right, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hi, Trixie. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, please don't. Just be. You can say anything you want in here. Just don't attack. Allow people to have their one-on-one relationship with people. Allow people to have their own journey with people in the side chat. People that they meet here. Amy has built up a successful following. She obviously has people that enjoy following her, and I think that her story is very unique. Having found Islam and the Muslim religion, I think she makes a very fascinating person to follow. And I can only judge by how very kind she has been to me over the time. Yeah, man, I got that craft beer right here. Yeah, man. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I did buy Yeah Man lunch up in Dearborn up there. We went to that restaurant. Then buy elbow a battery. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Top of the game, chooching with no mooching, hands down hardest. Thank you, Larry. Yeah. People will always see what they want to see. If they don't like you, they will couch all of their comments in dislike. Um, Honest people are balanced in their assessments of things. Anybody can say that, if anybody says I don't bring variety of content, there's nobody on the board that brings more of a variety of content than I do on a weekly basis. Hands down. Hands down. Yeah, everyone can change, and do I care what you did in your past? I can deal with it. Do people care what I did in my past? Some people hate it. But the reality is they judge you and say, where are you today? How do we get along today? How do you work your channel on a daily basis? I think that that's the key. How you doing, Holiday? I bought Rosie craft beer instead. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, man, nice to see you. It's one of the guys, just to me, one of the nicest people on YouTube that you're just happy. It was about 150 degrees on that parking lot outside the franchise in Dearborn, Michigan at the Rouge plant. And we're having a meltdown. And I tell, yeah, man, this has like always been my dream because of Ford and Henry Ford. And the Rouge was always like the largest factory in the world, from iron ore and coal all the way to finished product. This guy took us around, took us to the Ford Museum, and he knew how much I cared about history, the Miller Street overpass, and the labor riots of 1937. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yep, owned by a coworker, Chuck. Yep. So it's good time. I mean, if I bore people, if I go to Las Vegas, they'll find something else to do, and that's the beauty of YouTube. You can watch reruns of Happy Days. You can watch reruns of Laverne and Shirley. You can go to true crime. You can go to drama. There's a million things that you can do, and that's what makes it so great. Yep, we had great times. And Yale Man knew that I knew my history up there and how critical that was to the history of labor in the United States and things. But it was hot, and then all of a sudden that storm came through, and that temperature, I went from sweating my ass off to freezing up there. That's what I'm saying, Rhonda. It's when somebody makes that claim, then you know that it's not based in reality. It's based in the way that they feel. They lose their credibility when they make that statement because they only need to look around the community and they can't identify any other person that brings nearly the same, remotely the same amount of content and things here on YouTube. Yeah, there's the movie we're going to be discussing. Yeah, forgot her walking shoes. Woo! But I'll tell you what, yeah, man, that was probably, besides the Smithsonian, that's the greatest museum in the United States right there. Besides maybe the British Museum in London, the Imperial Museum, that was great. Yeah, thank you, Cyanide. Thank you, sweetie. Hey, Monkey Boy, I'm coming down, baby. Probably coming down Thursday. So Thursday and roll out of there on Sunday. So hope to see you. Come on down one day and spend some time poolside, okay? I'd like to have a male escort with me at the pool sometime. You have a few history and economic books you can recommend. Not really, Harley. Not really. I find a lot of history is, it's just, it just becomes boring and stuff. Uh, I can tell you one thing you might be interested in, and this is if you believe in being fair and balanced. Let me see if I have this. This book. Now, some people, you mentioned the name Noam Chomsky or Howard Zinn, and they go ballistic. But I really believe that you're not really a historian, especially of United States history, unless you're willing to consider alternative histories of the United States. This book at times will make you want to shoot yourself in the head. At times it'll make you want to go out and join the Trump MAGA forces. But unless you keep your mind open to alternative histories, you're not really studying history. And Howard Zinn was the greatest historian of alternative history of America from the people's point of view. Okay? It's called A People's History of the United States from 1492 to the present. If you read this book and you're a traditional conservative or middle road, this book will have you in explosive rage. Okay? It will have you tearing your wig off, pulling your hair out, pissing you off. But you'll find a few gems in here that balance off history for you. This book is readily available. It's not expensive. It's almost 800 pages. Years ago, there were 1 million copies of this sold. And, if you can suck it down, you'll hear some very interesting, you'll hear some very interesting things, okay? There it is. True historians dare to expose themselves to their most hated nemesis and their writings, okay? I'm a pretty conservative person. This guy is just irritates the hell out of me, but he's got notoriety, so that's it. Okay. Great book. All right, I'm glad I'm going to have to jump off. All right, babe, nice to see you. Amy, always an honor to have you in here. Grab that. It's cheap. It's a good book. You can see I have multiple yellow tabs in there. All kinds of things. I love to get every point of view on history because let's face it, as they always say, history is written by the winners, particularly war history and tough times. It's not written by the people. It's certainly not written by the losers, okay? All right. It is available at the library. It's a very famous work. If it's not immediately available, it can be ordered. There's millions of copies in every library, and at least those that dare to consider an alternative. And I love that. Okay? You asked me what to read. That's very good reading. It's very well written, and the guy's a playwright too, and he has a lot of skill with the written word. So Howard Zinn, Zinn. You know, question is, can you read something and not explode into a atomic bomb? That's the question. So I always find that's very to the point. I would have a ton. I cannot remember nothing any good part when you get mad for that. Well, the only thing you have to remember, Flower Powers, you won big money, honey. I could remember that. Okay, I'm jumping around when I win $60. That's a great book. It should be cheap. It should be available at libraries, and you may read a lot of things that you don't want to read. Some maybe half of which is true. Okay, and you have to weigh that off against the traditional, what I call traditional history. Okay, therein lies the difference on that. A person that cares about the truth will get both stories and then split the uprights, the goalpost, and go right down the, yeah, like true history, not biased. Here it is. It's called A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. This was a classic national bestseller 10 years ago. There were already over 1 million copies sold. Okay, him and Noam Chomsky and Amy Goodman and that whole crew, they're all Juan Gonzalez and all them, all the staunch KPFA Berkeley left-wing intelligentsia. Okay, all right, that's the book. It's a big one, printed by Harper Perennial Classics. This guy will put any spin on anything that speaks of free markets or capitalism. He will put a negative spin on it. Okay, greed is bad, money is bad, blah, blah, blah. Am I paneling up tonight? What does that mean, paneling up, honey? I've not done panels in a year, baby doll. Good to see you, Teresa. Remember, I ran the Rosie Springer shows, and I was out of business, honey. And for the last 14 months, it's just been a solo show here. That's it, Harley. Good book. You'll enjoy it. It'll keep you busy for a week or two, and like I said, some things will really piss you off, and it is what it is. Yeah, you can mark it up and talk about it. That's it. Have a good time. Let's see if we can get up to 100 thumbs tonight, guys. We're coming up. We've already hit the 2-hour mark. We've had a great chat tonight. If you haven't seen my one-piece outfits, not often you see me in a onesie, but I did a red, white, and boom. Thank you to the wonderful subscriber who sent that to me. It's conservative. I didn't have it zippered all the way down. It could have plunged all the way down to you know where, but I didn't. Hold the book up again. All right, love you too, Teresa. I hope you're doing well. I don't know what's going on with Charlie. You got my digits, honey. Send me an update. Send me another boob shot, right? There it is. Howard Zinn, A People's History of the United States. This is reading in the back. Known for its lively, clear prose, A People's History of the United States is the only volume in history to tell America's story from the point of view and in the words of American women, factory workers, African Americans, Native Americans, working poor, and immigrant laborers. Okay, Professor Zinn writes with an enthusiasm rarely encountered in the leaden prose of academic history, and his text is studied with telling quotations from labor leaders, war resistors, and fugitive slaves. Their vivid description of events that are usually ignored, such as the Great Railroad Strike of 1877, the brutal suppression of the Philippine independence movement at the turn of the last century. Professor Zinn's chapter on Vietnam should be required reading for a new generation of students. So, all right, there it is. That'll keep you busy for a while. That's a good read. Thank you, Scottish. So I will not run into Vegas. I'm going around the 12th. I think if I get there, if I take the offer, well, we'll see. No, I'm not going to be in Vegas in October. Hopefully, I'm going to be in the beach in San Diego. I want this Vegas to be. I want a lot of pool time this time to get browned up and to get some sun. Uh, Zimbabwe, not this book. That's pretty weird, Simon. But your area, the country down in Alabama, it may. I don't think a library would be putting that in there. It's too counterculture. It's too, and this is the problem with history: is people can't. People want the history that they want to hear. They don't want to hear. They don't want to read the history as it was. They don't want to consider the other side of it. Okay? Please read me a story. Don't know much about history. Don't know much. The movie is called All My Sons. Try not to watch it till Sunday or Monday because we'll be talking about it on Monday and it'll be fresh in your mind. It's a very complex movie. It has a lot of different handles on it. There's a lot of nuance in that. Okay. Well, I know that. Yep. I know that sign. I did. Libraries are going to stock what they think people want to read, and I can't blame them for doing that. Can't blame people for doing that. Reading with hey Madowix, how you doing? Nice to see you. The programming is real around California too. I could go down to Berkeley to the library at the public library in Berkeley. I wouldn't find a lot in the way of conservative thought down there. Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations, and I'd find a lot of Karl Marx and Frederick Engels and dialectical materialism, Hegel, and I wouldn't find a lot of Charles Krauthammer and people like that, conservative people. It's the nature of the beast. You watch Papillon or Papillon? Which is it? Papillon or Papillon? Papillon. Papillon was the prison movie with Devil's Island, right? With Dustin Hoffman, right? Band of Mice and Men in high school. They banned Catcher in the Rye. There were a few other ones that they banned. They banned too, but movies were banned. All kinds of things were done. Is society worse off for having some bans? It's debatable. It might be. Some people might say it's better off. Who knows? Your mileage may vary. But if you can grab that book, I think it will be interesting for you. Anyway, I got one more day. I got to get some stuff done around here, and then I really want to get on the. Yeah, that was Papillon. I don't know about the 2017. The Dustin Hoffman version was good. I want to say that was 1980, Papillon. So That was a good one. I never saw the 2017 version. Read some of the books. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, look forward to reading it. It's a hell of a read. It's, like I say, it might irritate the hell out of you. It'll be a testament to your open-mindedness if you can go through and read that whole thing and then just balance off what you learned from what you just learned from him. So, all right, guys, 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and close it out tonight. It's been a great night tonight. Thank you. If you haven't checked out the stuff on the other channel, little cheesecake video, I'm going to be putting up more of them on the channel and on Rosie Murphy and Rosie McNamara. I'm feeling myself again. I'm feeling good. We're going to take a break from electronic repair now, and get ready to do a little traveling. I really want to see Mr. Z. I want to see Monkey Boy. I want to have some good times. Harley, thank you. Rhonda, Cheryl, Dave, thank you. Larry, Cyanide, Cupcake, smooches to you. Scottish Sarah and everybody else. Patricia, thank you. Patricia, hold off till Sunday or Monday afternoon and check out that movie, okay? Watch that. And going to get some rest. Great chat tonight, Joey D. Thank you. Great to see you as always. Another wonderful supporter of the channel. Karen from the UK. Love you. And good night, everybody. Be well. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, if you could hit that on the way out, that would be awesome. Monkey Boy, I'm on my way, brother. Try to knock out some time so you can come hang out at the pool or something, okay? Like Friday or Saturday or something like that, okay? Because Rosie's going to be cutting loose this trip. All right, love you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful night. If you watch the movie, try to pick a time where you can watch that movie straight through. And I would recommend you wait till Sunday or Monday so it'll be really fresh in your mind. There's a lot of twists in that. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of detail in there that you need to grasp. Zoe, good to see you, babe. Cheryl, thank you. Good to see you, honey. Have a good one, everybody. Remember, this is the home for live streaming over here. It's been working out. I'm very happy about the way things that are going. If you tell your friends, tweet it out when I'm live and other things. It helps grow the live streams here. So, am I tired? I don't know if I'm tired, but I like to get a good sleep at night. It's been a busy day. It's been a great day, but you know, awesome. Thank you, everybody.